Hi guys, welcome back to episode 2, gearbox mounting. So basically we just cut up some plates, very simple L-shaped design. I've basically just tacked everything in. We're obviously going to strengthen this a lot more, but just to get the general shape. The light's not too great back here, but basically this just fits in place underneath the gearbox. So the 350Z box, you've only got one mount at the back, basically one solid rubber mount here. This is just a cradle that's going to fit there. Basically, yeah, so it's all just L-shaped 5mm steel plate. We've tack welded it up, and then now I'm going to start basically strengthening it and drilling the main hole for the mounting. And then we'll cut off pieces we don't need, just to make it look a bit neater. And then yeah, today we're just going to assemble as much as we can. We've got our Fury surge tank, basically all assembled here. Fuel pump is in, so this runs like a Bosch 044 or a Bosch copy or whatever, or even the Sebring pumps. They all fit into this tank. So it's got an O-ring, you just clamp it down and that's done. So yeah, nice little 3-litre surge tank, because obviously for drifting, if you don't have this, you're going to run very lean, damage pistons. Hey guys, so it's the next day. We had to stop because of load shedding. It was just way too dark and things get dangerous in the dark. But yeah, we got the throttle body done. We've got the manual butterfly on here. We'll insert pictures of how we did this. Basically, it's fairly simple. Just pop the cap off the side, weld on a stud with some thread, and then just bolt on the butterfly onto the throttle. So now we've got a manual throttle. We're going to use the throttle sensor in the actual original housing, and then yeah, I just had to clearance the intake a little bit to clear the butterfly, but that's all working. And yeah, the boys in the shop have got the fuel line done, so the fuel feed's done, the fuel return is done, the surge tank is in, the fuel lines to the surge tank are in as well. So today we just basically carrying on assembling. And then we can show you some of the underneath of the car when they're done putting some holes here at the back. And yeah, let's get into it.
So we make it fun.
Recommended installation. We've got a feed from the tank filling up this tank. We have a return to the tank, and we have a return from the engine also to this tank. So basically this tank remains full no matter what's going on in the car. And then yeah, this is the supply to the engine. So your pump bolts straight into the tank, so it keeps the pump full. And then yeah, we've got good flow. It's about 3-litre tank, so it should be good. Compared to the RB, this will be a bit lighter on juice, I think, so we'll see. But yeah, everything's in, ready to go. Now it's just putting in some wiring and she'll be good to go. guys, so this is the gearbox mount. Previously you saw just the pieces of cardboard. It's literally the exact same thing. Just cut up the pieces. It's very rough because we are in a bit of a rush. So it's just strengthened here with some triangulation. And yeah, just basic plates, couple of holes drilled in. You know, it should hold for the event on the next month on the 19th. And then from there we'll try and redesign this, make a better looking lighter version. But yeah, all we're going to do now is install the bolts for the shifter. Then we'll drop the car down, line up everything again. And then yeah, we should be good. And then that's done basically underneath the car. We're finished until we start with the exhaust and the prop shaft. And then yeah, basically also the shifter with the S13, the shifter bracket, the original 350Z bracket, we basically just cut down shorter. We cut this down, we removed the bar, moved the whole position forward, and then welded everything back up again. So fairly easy to do, it just requires a bit of planning and a bit of strengthening. But yeah, that's all done. I really wanted to get this in without cutting my tunnel, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. It's done. Oh, this is sad. You must chop this thing. Now I fucking try to save this at all times. We got a bit more of our wiring done. Got our power steering reservoir mounted there on the bottle, so we just need to run the pipes now. I'm leaving the pipes out because we still got a bit of exhaust work to do, so I'm going to get that in first before I run any pipes. But yeah, we've got all our lines at the bottom done. All our wiring is in for the alternator. Just have to rewire this plug to the one that's in here, then that'll be sorted. Power steering pump is back on. So yeah, I was going to fit the belt loose, and then from there we're going to start with the exhaust work. Alright, so we got a left side manifold. I had to clearance this. You can see on the engine mount down here, I had to clearance the engine mount, so it looks a bit rough. We will clean it up at a later stage. And I just want to weld in a plate from the back just for extra strength. And then yeah, we had to clearance this as well, just the shape was a bit off, so it was touching. But yeah, we're going to fit this now, put them on loose, and then we're going to start mocking up our down pipes and all that kind of thing. Right, so not too bad in terms of height. Could probably go up a bit more, right? See, yeah, that's where it's deceiving. Got 1 centimeter of space, so I could go closer, but it's not advised. I got a feeling this one might be the problem is now this angle, I'm going to have to notch the pipe at an angle to get it to sit straight. Safety glasses. That's my son. Yeah, I'm not terrible, these are my safety glasses. Oh, that's much quieter. What? Dude, that's sick. busy today with the oil cooler. So I've already put the adapter on. It's very simple. On most cars, just take the oil filter out, put your adapter on, put the center bolt on, and then your oil filter screws onto this. I've got an oil temperature sensor hiding up here, and oil pressure sensors already screwed in. So we're going to do the lines, and we're going to fit the big oil cooler. Anybody that has a VQ knows if you don't have an oil cooler and you go to the track, your engine will suffer big time. Probably lose the engine. So very important, have as big as oil cooler as possible that you can fit in your engine bay or in your, behind your bumper. And yeah, then should keep the VQ safe. So let's get going on that. Right, so we've got our oil cooler in, everything's in, lines are all mounted up, everything's clearing nicely, oil cooler's bolted in there, each side. We've got the lines coming through the car, all the way underneath to our spacer here. Our lines are on, oil pressure sensor, I'm going to wire this up now, and then we're going to crank for oil pressure, and yeah, from there it's ready to go for tuning. Okay guys, so after a ton of work and a whole lot of load shedding, as you can see, looks like we finally have a bit of a race car. Jay's been helping me finish up here a little bit. So yeah, we've got the intake pipe on, we've cranked it, we've got oil pressure, we've got good fuel pressure. We had a bit of a leak here, but I fixed that little pinhole from the welding. But yeah, everything's in. Fuel pressure is set at about 3.5 bars, so it should be fine for this engine. And then yeah, oil cooler's in, nothing's leaking. So yeah, I think tomorrow we will just fit the fan and neaten up some of the wiring, and then she's off to dyno tuning. Okay guys, so basically the SX is done. Engine is in, gearbox is in, prop shaft is in, hydro is in, all the coolant lines, all the wiring, everything's been done. It's off at First Performance at the moment. They're busy getting the rest of the coil pack wiring, all that stuff redone to convert from RB over to VQ. And then once they're done, they'll give me a shout, and then we can go check out the startup or make hopefully a startup video. But yeah, for now, that's it. We'll catch you in the next episode. So I want to say thank you to the team, my guys at the shop, Julia and Marius, been a great help. And also my lovely girlfriend Kirsten for dealing with 2 months of like late nights and absenteeism from me to get this build done. But we're right there at the finish line, so it was great. So we'll catch you in the next video. Stay tuned.